this is Amy. Thanks for stopping by. Today I'm going to place that design on this candle holder that I painted in my previous video. So if you haven't seen that, I will link that here in the video. I am going to be using all folk art paints, either enamel or multi-surface, using autumn leaves, engine red, and part of it I'm going to be doing just the autumn leaves and then coating over the top of it with a combination of the engine red and the autumn leaves. The center will be created with yellow ochre and burnt umber. And then for the leaves I've actually combined burnt umber and citrus grass. And I might be adding just a tad bit of wicker white to that too, but there will be wicker white involved in this painting also. Just wanted to give it a little bit more, oomph to it, I guess, I want to say, to the green. So it will be a little bit lighter, well, looks like it's going to be a lot lighter than what I was originally doing on the demo, or the previous design that I painted on palette paper. Now I can darken this up too, which I might do that too, just by adding a little bit more burnt umber and a little bit more of that cut grass to it. Just kind of have to play with it if you were painting and mixing colors, which I think most people do, the paint. Just kind of play with it until you get the color the way you like it. I know some people will actually put together a chart based on what they've combined together so that they know when they're painting exactly what they mixed and the parts that they mixed in order to achieve the color that they want. But anyhow, this is more of a olivey color. And I got a little bit of red in there. Make it a little bit darker. Alright, so we're going to go with this. The first thing I'm going to do is start with my number 16. Oh, I even said that. It's a round brush by Princeton Heritage. And I'm going to start off with the autumn leaves. And I will just go around this vase, or candle holder I should say. It's not really a vase. I could use it as a vase though. And then print my designs now, or paint my designs now. On the sample that I did, the painting sample I did previously, had a lot of overlapping. Now you could, if you wanted to, just make this a painting, painting it on the front side. You don't always have to do designs on both sides or all around the glass. I happen to like to do my designs around the glass, whether it's a wine glass or a design like this, as much as possible. I think that just adds a little bit of charm to it. So no matter how you're holding it, no matter how if you're drinking or whatever you're actually doing, or what type of painted glass you have, you can see the design and enjoy it. But again, this is just meant to be a very easy design, and you can take your time and build an overlapping design if you wish. I am just going to be doing it to where I'm making sure that I get the design around the candle holder. And I'm basically on this just tipping, touching, and pulling. This is very easy. Touch, pull. You're touching and you're pulling. You're touching and you're pulling. I can turn it this way if I want and do more of an overlapping type of design. Go like that, fold up like that, and go like that. That. hopefully you took some time and viewed the other uh, demonstration that I did, because it really was good to show you how I actually painted the design, because you can do it whether it's on glass or wood or rocks or whatnot. Just really, there's no limit to it. And again, keep in mind that when I am doing a demo, I want people to be able to do the designs. I'm not trying to make it to where it's so hard that you have a difficulty in following it if you're a new painter. If you're an experienced painter, I'm hoping that any designs that I do just maybe give you creative inspiration, or maybe you're more creative than me and you're like, huh, I don't know, I'm not getting anything from this, who knows. That's really a matter of perspective, I guess. Like I said, and with this design, they don't all have to be the same. As I taught when I was doing my sample of this design on the previous video, it's a matter of, you can go through, overlap with this paint if you want, and maybe not even put it on all the flower petals. That's up to you. That's however you see it. I just don't like telling people that it has to be done this way or that way. It's up to you. You can make your petals longer. You can make your flower petals shorter, stubbier. However, it just, such a variation, and it really just depends on how you lay your brush, how you turn your brush, as to what look you achieve. If you're single loading, double loading your brush, triple loading your brush, that would make a variation too. If you're wanting to make buds, all mine are going to be open flowers. I'm not trying to make any buds or anything like that. They're all open. And there we go. Alright, I can throw another one in here if I choose to do so. Give you your creative freedom to do that. And like I said, I do like things overlapping as much as possible, just to make it more realistic. But I just think that when you're doing art or painting, crafts, whatnot, however you want to do it is how it needs to be done, not how somebody else sees it. Very important. The next thing I'm going to do is take my number 4 round brush, it's also the Princeton, and I am just going to go around and do, I have a nosy dog here, so if you hear me cut off, I might be having to move her. She's notorious for barking. She's a blue heeler, and she is the boss. Yeah, she's a blue heeler mix, actually. She's got blue heeler in her. Her mama was a blue heeler. Not sure what her daddy was. But see how cute that is? I could even see this as a great design, maybe even for Christmas time, fall, holidays, Thanksgiving, something that you would set on your table. And what I'm doing right now is more of a filler. And as I'm seeing this on the glass, I might even want to combine it with another color just to make it stand out more, but I do a lot of I do a lot of that, so I just kind of wanted to do a little bit differently on here. Now keep in mind on this one I can bake it because it's glass, so I probably will. I will also coat it, even though it's not going to be a drinking glass. I will coat it. Reason being is that I just want it to be more durable. Now what I typically coat mine, I used to just do it with the Flow Medium, and what I typically coat mine with now is the Mod Podge dishwasher safe product. Now this part here is actually gone into a leaf, or not a leaf, I'm sorry, it's petal to the flower, so I'm pulling some of the orange out, which is fine, or I can actually clean it up if I need to do so. But you just keep turning it. It is a little heavy, but it's not too bad. I've had worse. Like I said, on this project, could possibly do it with another color just to make it stand out or make it a little bit more durable. I am not going to put anything down there. I think I got that because I'm going to actually add leaves too. So, I'm trying to think here. Let me switch to another brush. I might have to rinse some of these out. My dog, see, my dog gets to my paintbrushes too. She's got very long legs and arms, which allows her to reach things that you wouldn't think she would get to, but she does. She gets to a lot of things that she shouldn't be into, a lot of things that you get really mad at her for getting into. But we love her. So that's why she still has a home. I keep forgetting that I'm not actually doing a drinking glass because I can go up to the top if I wish. And I'm just going to put these randomly around here. And these are where I'm going to be putting leaves. It's going to be kind of more of a filler leaf kind of deal. But I'm going to be using my Chewed Up number 8, also a round brush by Princeton. And what I'm going to do here is the basic shape of a leaf. Kind of pull them in there and see how I want them. And then I'm going to go back through. Now this one picked up the orange. But anyhow, then I'm going to, let me see if I can get it like this where you can see it here. Just kind of go over it again and pull out that orange there. I don't know why I keep going through that. And then, you know, if you think you got too much white on them, you can, just like I said, make the leaf shape and do that. Then you can maybe just go back in and just tap. I'll put a little bit of white in there too so you can see it. Come back in and add a little bit more green to it. Just more of just a random little tapping there. I'm going to do the same over here. I'm going to come in, lay out my leaf where I want my leaves to be placed, and then come in, do more of my leaf shape. And you can do it where, you know, it sticks out more, a more pointed top if you want it like that. I did a leaf video just recently, I think it was my last one actually, and so I am, you know, in that video showing you there's just a variety of leaf styles. just amazing how many different leaf styles there truly are. And then I'm just going like that, just bringing it down here. You can go back over your vine or the stem if you wish, or you can just leave it as it is. As like I said, it can be more durable, and that orange just keeps showing up, doesn't it? I'm just doing little, instead of doing dots, I'm doing these. Kind of go over it. And like down here, I might want to put a little bit more white into this one. And you don't have to. Like I said, if you just want to leave them plain green, you can. Go over that a little bit more. Get a little bit more white in here. And it's okay to have a little bit of the orange in there. It's alright. Alright, let's find another one. I'm going to tip here and go into this one down here. Now, like I said, you can do bigger leaves, you can do, work on doing points on them. Like that. They just don't have to be the typical common leaf that you're used to seeing. And again, if you want to put more color to it, you can do so. And then just put your little, kind of little filler, little blurps there. Maybe throw some more green into them. And there you go. Very easy, very easy. Tell you one thing, I didn't have the internet, well, it wasn't around, when I started to have an interest in painting, and boy, would it have been so much nicer to have had the help and guidance that we have now from people. If they're willing to share, willing to help people, that's awesome. Sure would have been nice. Oops. So I said, then you can come back and maybe even make it a little bit darker if you wish. So I say, you just kind of have to play with it yourself and see what you get out of it and what you can make to make it the way you want it to be. I'm just truly a big fan of people not being so critical of each other, being more supportive, I guess is what I'm looking for. And you can even mix it up. You can do different types of leaves too. You don't have to do one style. Okay, so this silly thing gets a little heavy for me, but that's okay. We'll be done here soon. Soon enough, right? And then I'm just going to, once again, just do the little, just kind of sporadically putting it down here. I just got to make sure I'm not missing some of them. There's like one down here. And you can go. So I say some people will use and do a couple strokes with it. Put some more green back into it. I don't want to tip this too much because I think I had rinsed it out and cleaned it. And that's the thing too, is make sure if you're painting on gloss that you're cleaning it before you paint it. Very important. Very, very important. And just tip it. There you go. So far, it's looking good. We're almost done with the leaves. And I'm going to go here. Again, you know, just practice laying your leaves down. You know, use the little thing that the little vine. Sorry about that interruption. The barking began, so I had to start over, or turn my camera off. That actually was not my blue heeler, that was my other dog. But the blue heeler started it. It's all her fault. Not really. And speaking of which, she's going to be paying me a visit. And she's such a thief. She's always stealing stuff. I know I talk about her a lot because she really is a big part of our life. Let's see here. Yes, I did start these down here. Let's go down here. And then let's add some, whoops, that's white. I know that's white, right? There we go. Put some more green back into these babies. Just a little like that. And the last thing I need to do is go around, and I think on this one I'm just going to use a little bit of water on the outside there. Use my little scruffy brush to put the centers in. So I'm getting some running here. But I'm just going to go around like that. Fill it in a little bit more. Now, keep in mind on something like this that, you know, if you want, you can actually wait till this is dry. Also, with the direction that you're going in for the centers, you don't have to all go the same direction. I'm going to go like that. Let's get that in here a little bit more. There, and you can make it like the flowers are actually going in different directions. You have smaller centers, bigger centers. And they all might vary too, just depending on the size of the opening that you painted. Okay, and then we're going to go, I got too much in there, too much brown, too much dark brown. Okay. Put a little more yellow on here. Okay. And then let's do the same here. Trying to keep my colors separated a little bit here. I'm sorry, some of the wetness came out, got onto the flower, so that's adding to the design. Maybe not a good add, but it's affecting it. Darken it up a little bit. Got a few more to go here. And that's what I'm saying with the centers don't all have to go the same way, because I've got my yellow is going the opposite direction from the one next to it. And that's fine. Perfectly fine. Okay. One more left. Yeah, let's see, I got too much yellow in that. And then I'm going to make it go like it's going this way. Alright. But you catch the drift, right? You catch the drift. Try to get the darker part here. Alright, so here we go. So far, got the yellow, or the centers in. And like I said, on this one doesn't have much in the way in the middle there, so I can go like that and put some in. And they're not all the same. That's fine. Now on my painted design that I did, I'm not sure I'm going to do that on this. Maybe in a few, maybe a little bit, is I used my little fingernail brush. It's a bent round, and put some little dots around here. And I think I'll just do it along the bottom side. Which I think is pretty. So I'll come over here and do it here. When I first got these brushes, I had never seen bent brushes before, and I thought, oh, this is kind of weird. Well, then when I started doing some dot painting, then I realized, well, it's common. A lot of people actually bend their own brushes. Might even bend the stylus too, because it is actually easier to paint with. So actually, I love them. But this just gives it a little bit more interest. Well, that one didn't go in very well. And while I'm doing this, if you haven't already done it, please make sure you take a moment to subscribe to my channel. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. That's very important too, because that will give you a notification whenever I post something new. And make sure that you give me a big thumbs up if you like the video, and share this with all your friends and family on your social network. It's very easy to do. You you just have a bell, or not a bell, but a button below the video. All you have to do is hit that button and it'll bring up the social networks that you can share it on and go to it. Alright, so I'm going to leave it at this. You could actually do more decorating as far as on the stem and the base of the candle holder, but I'm not going to. For the purpose of the video, I'm just doing what I just did for you. And we are done for now. Until the next video, you have a good one. Thanks so much.